Alright, how y'all doing? Welcome to this video inside because the weather's absolute rubbish. I'm going to talk about a couple of key things all revolving around the 45 and the Vardon triangle. Things that will make your swing so much more simpler and stop the faults that we're all guilty of doing. One of them is we sway or have too much excessive movement when we're transferring our weight. This will overnight automatically stop that. It also will stop you swinging over the top ever again. Now the Vardon grip, on a quick little side note, this we made ages ago. The long-term subscribers will know what this is. The rhythm stick. So I'm demonstrating with this because it's easier to swing inside the house without a club. The timing for this is you've got to let it set and then release it. If you're too jerky or fast or you don't have enough rhythm, you will not get it to actually release properly. Okay, so that's what you're going to be hearing. So the Vardon grip is this V formed in here, and then on your other hand you've got the same V, and they're both going up your body on the 45. Your hands will end up between the edge of your shoulder and here. As long as you know that your hands are going up on this line, and that's where you have to get them somewhere, depending on your flexibility on the vertical lift and your flexibility on the turn. But remember, Jon Rahm, he only got about a half swing, doesn't do him any harm. So I'll stand back so you can see this, because it's good that you see my feet. Now, everyone talks, and Mike Austin talked about the pivot for long and hard. And the pivot is one of the most natural things that your body can actually do. But because you are trying to do two other motions, you find it exceptionally difficult, normally, to time the motion. What is the pivot? The pivot in golf is actually just like walking, one foot in front of the other, and every time you do that, your hips naturally move in the direction that you should be in your golf swing. Whether you're left or right-handed, just reverse this, because these are all just natural body movements. It's just when you're rotating, you try and like overwork your pivot, and you probably try and like add stuff in to your pivot that you don't even need. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is as simple as walking, and it keeps you in balance, right? Because at no point when you walk along the road, backwards or forwards, do you ever think you're out of balance. You're not out of balance because you're vertically balanced. Even when you lift your foot, your weight is always balanced and in front of you because you're walking, or behind you because you're walking back. That's where you want it in golf, and I'm going to show you why that works with the help of this. So obviously we've showed you the throw line, right? So there's your backswing, and there's your downswing. Backswing, downswing, right? Now, because you're throwing up on this line here, this keeps you totally in balance. Now, I'm going to turn this side so you can see this. I'm still throwing the same place, but as I do that throw up here, I blend the turn. Now when I blend the turn, watch what happens. So I'll break it down so you can see it. So I throw up here, I blend the turn, this shoulder and this all move as one. And when you start your downswing, all you're doing is that bump, and then that all pivots as one there. The difference is that the throw move keeps you completely in balance on the Varden triangle, which is, like we've discussed, it's been drawn wrongly all these years in books. The Varden triangle was drawn on the deck between your aim line, your flight line, 45 line, which runs up your body, which runs on the deck. But in actual fact, that triangle is in 3D out in front of you at all times, right? And that's where the club remains, out in front of you at all times, whilst you blend the turn. And then you come back through, impact. This throw move, up and down, on this, like you're chopping. People talk about like chopping wood. I guess if you were just doing that, you would be saying, yeah, I'm chopping wood. But at the exact same moment you're throwing up here, you're turning. So that's how it feels like a stirring motion. So it feels like that kind of motion there. The benefit of this Varden triangle, knowing where it is in 3D space, is that you only have two things to do. Get the correct grip on your club with the two V's pointing up here. All you need to do after that is stay in balance. Throw up with a turn. You're going up and you're going down. Your whole body is now driving up. Your whole body's now driving down on the 45 line. And you have just taken 95% of the mumbo jumbo and complete over complicated nonsense that you do not need to play golf, going like that and throwing it in the bucket. So your mind now says, that is all you have to do. Employ that with 3 golf balls, and either on the second or the third ball, give yourself 5, don't over pressurize it. But when you actually start to laugh out loud at how absolutely clean and you just effortlessly move, stay in balance, bomb it down the middle, not just with your wedge, with every single club in the bag. Come back to this channel. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and hit the like button. That's all I'm asking. You might have your doubts. You might think there is no way some guy talks to me with some piece of metal tube that he made up in the garage and knows the secret of golf. I know it's hard to believe, but I've been shooting like unbelievable scores, and it's all been done in under a year. So I'm sharing it. This channel's all for charity. Macmillan Help the Heroes in Shelter UK. We've been on a journey over 5 years. We're trying to get monetised so we can get the money to the charities. On a quick little sub note on that, we were told once by some pretty big YouTubers that this channel wasn't YouTube. It wasn't ever going to be YouTube, and we should not be on YouTube because we just weren't good enough, or we were basically, they were condescending and they were looking down at us and they were telling us that we just should give up, chuck it. So 5 years ago when I got told that, I decided, you know what, this channel's going to be all for charity. Everything that we raise through ad revenue will be going to charities, and the name of the charity is Macmillan Help the Heroes Shelter UK. And if I ever do get monetized, 1,000 subscribers, I will tell you who those YouTubers were that called us out. And I've still got the comments. And sometimes when people tell you that something can't be done, or you will never, because I used to get told every single video I produced, your swing's horrendous, you're over the top, you'll never be a good golfer. Did I give up? No. Did I stop being over the top? Yes. Did I get better at golf? Yes. But more than that, every time I play, I'm getting better and I'm also enjoying it. I'm in my late 50s, so I'm almost a senior. You imagine how good you could be if you're a youngster watching this and you want to know how Rory and how Tiger move the club, right? And look so amazing. But they've picked up a club from the age of like 3, 5 years old. No one's told them how to do that. They've just had it in their DNA. Me and you, we need a little help. Because I'll tell you now, Harry Vardon, Mike Austin, Sam Snead, Bobby Jones, Mo Norman, Lee Trevino, Tom Watson, Seve Ballesteros, Jack Nicklaus, all these greats of the game, they all had an unfair advantage over me and you. They knew something until now not many people have ever discussed. And if you find another channel talking about this and how this move works, then it'll be relatively new, because apart from probably Cooper Osborne golf, this is probably the greatest secret in golf and the greatest magic trick of all time. I'll leave it there. I'll park it there. And I'll just say to you, remember, when you start hitting that ball and you start putting scores in and no one can believe what you're doing, because the other thing about this is cameras don't pick this up. It's hidden in plain sight. It's a master move. The vertical drop. The follow the breadcrumbs and you'll find golf. Thanks for watching.